Critical Role Recap Season 2, Episode 63. So last week, the Mighty Nein got back from saving the giants and evacuating the mine encampment of them. They were rewarded with a new home in Xhorhas, which they were told they could use as they please. So they spent the week or 2 weeks growing a tree and basically buying stuff for the place, decorating it, and kind of breaking it in a bit, while also making a few things and learning some new spells for Caleb and that sort of stuff. During this downtime, they also scryed on the blue cloth that they had found, discovered a plot by the Empire to attack the dynasty at one of the strongholds that had recently been taken, and also to come in and do something inside the city of Rosanna, which they were residing in currently. So at the end of the episode, they decided to go tell the Bright Queen everything they knew, and that's what we picked up this week. They told the Bright Queen everything that they had found out by scrying on this guy and about the abyssal devices. And basically the Bright Queen said, "Thank you very much for your information. We appreciate that. And also go ahead and go capture this guy then if you think that you're capable of doing it. We'll deal with the whole stronghold situation. We have military planners. But you guys go set up the ambush and capture this person." So the Mighty Nein said, "Very well, that is what we'll do." They immediately left from there because the meetup was supposed to happen on the following night of the current night that they were in. They found an abandoned home where the only denizen of it happened to have died months ago in their bed, and no one ever came and checked on them, basically. They took up positions there and did a little bit of a stakeout of the area because it was close to the Overcrow where this meetup was supposed to occur. Took turns sleeping and keeping watch, and managed to get in a full night's rest just as some people arrived. Not and Jester went inside of the building once they saw the first two people arrive. They went inside the alchemist shop under the pretense that Jester was there to try and get money back for her handmaiden who had recently purchased some sort of hair oil that was supposedly making her hair fall out now. So that was referencing the oil that Jester had actually bought previously. Not, meanwhile, came in with her, but not was invisible with Jester. So not just kind of slipped into the room and stayed there after Jester left and got her money back for her handmaiden. While Not was in there, she overheard a little bit of information, but not much, and came into some close encounters of nearly being detected, but didn't really find out too much at first. They also tried turning Jester into a moth to have the moth go scout out the area, an invisible moth, but they used polymorph to turn her into a moth, and so then she took on the intelligence score of a moth, which is 1, and Matt had her roll some intelligence checks with a -5 modifier. And so she basically just kind of fluttered around and chewed on a curtain for an hour. While Not was on the inside, however, another person came up in a hurry on a horse, a dragonborn female, supposedly. And inside they had seen a hobgoblin and a drow go in previously, but we have no idea. They didn't necessarily know if that's what their actual forms or if they're using magic to disguise themselves, so that doesn't really tell them very much. The dragonborn female came in and had a hurried meeting with the person who was upstairs, the drow, and exchanged some coins and then started to leave. And so Not dropped her invisibility to cast message as the dragonborn left and said, snatch up that dragonborn, basically, because they had no idea who they needed to catch or who was who. They don't know what's going on. They don't know if this could be the person in disguise. So that's when combat starts. And the combat is really messy and all over the place because the whole group is spread out and it's kind of happening on multiple fronts. There's also like guards walking by that Ford convinces that he's working for the Bright Queen. It's fine kind of thing. But basically the end result of everything, after Not gets charmed into attacking Yasha for a while, the end result is that they kill the dragonborn pretty quickly. They also kill the hobgoblin, which takes them a while. They were attempting to take them alive, but Yasha snapped the hobgoblin's neck, and the drow made their escape somehow, got by them, and the Mighty Nein couldn't really give chase because they're still in the middle of other things, and it was very confused, and they didn't really know what was going on. So pretty decently laid plans, but then everything, once the rubber hit the road, kind of just turned to shit. However, during these encounters, Yasha is called the Orphan Maker or Orphan Killer. I can't remember which one. But it seems that these people, the hobgoblin and then also the drow, know Yasha, are aware of her on sight. So this whole stuff that's been kind of brewing with her in regards to some terrible thing that she's done in the past but doesn't remember, apparently is something that earned her some bit of notoriety. And then at the end of the episode, Jester tries to send a message to the drow who is escaping, successfully does so. However, through the nature of the spell, the drow also knew who was talking to him, and so the drow responded saying, if you really want to find me, come north and bring her. And we assume that the her that they're referring to is Yasha. Yasha's storyline seems to be wrapped up somehow in the Abyssal Rift stuff, and also with whatever is going on here too. That seems, which is also linked with the Empire. So there are a lot of things that are all up in the air right now. There's not a ton of information as far as what exactly is happening at the moment. The episode ends with them having failed to capture the person, or not even knowing if the person that they were initially looking for ever did show up or was planning on showing up, and with them now kind of having this drow wizard taunting them and telling them to come north and chase after him. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.